What's up, AfterBuzzers? We've got cheese, cows, and double U-turns coming up.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
What's up, AfterBuzzers? I am Tiffany Toney. Thank you so much for joining us again for coverage of another episode of The Amazing Race, you guys. This episode, they were in Amsterdam. I've never been to Amsterdam, but judging by the looks of things, it looks like it'd be a really great place to travel. Unfortunately for our castmates, they did not have a lot of time to take in the sights. I just want to jump right into this episode and start with talking about our cast. Things have done a complete 180, or should I say 360, in terms of the way that this show is going and in terms of the way that our cast is finding their way through this race. Tyler and Corey, you guys know, if you watch this show, I'm talking about them every week and how much I love them and how they're my favorite team, and they are one of my favorite teams. They got off to a good start this episode, as usual. They did end up getting lost. I think Tyler might have been a little bit distracted by all the hot guys. That tends to be the case with him. But nonetheless, they ended up finishing in second place. So they did a really great job this episode. Kind of had me on the edge of my seat when they got lost, but they found their way through. If you did not watch the episode and you are just watching me talk to you right now, I'm giving you a warning. This is a spoiler alert. So you have like 3 seconds to either like walk away from the computer, or you could come back if you want, but I'm just warning you, this is a spoiler alert. Okay, Becca and Floyd, one of my favorite teams, actually did get eliminated this episode, but I do want to talk about what led up to that. They started out okay, and then they got lost, and then, not to mention, okay, so they did get lost, which was a big deal in itself, but they could have recovered from being lost had they not cracked the egg in one of the detours. They should have checked the eggs, and the funny thing is, my intuition was telling me, oh my gosh, why did she not check the eggs? I don't know if anybody else watching was thinking that as they were pole vaulting over the water. Did anybody else think that one of the eggs might have been cracked? I did. The way that Becca landed, in my opinion, it looked like she damaged the eggs. I don't know why they didn't double check the eggs. Usually as a team, they are a little more put together than that, and they usually do dot their I's, cross their T's, but this time they did not, and it actually cost them the game. We had Victor and Nicole in fourth place. I thought it was interesting because I really like watching their dynamic as a couple. Sometimes Victor gets a little bit frustrated with Nicole, but by the end of the episode, everything is good. Now, I can't say that that would be the case had they been eliminated. He might have flipped out. I don't know. I'd like to hear what you guys think. But let's go over their Nicole's struggle across that water, you guys. I know she's not a pole vaulter. I know she's not an athlete, but come on, Nicole. Victor's gonna have to take her to like some classes or something when they get back to the States, because I honestly did not think they were gonna make it past that detour because of how hard she was struggling to get across the water. Let's see. I thought that they were going to be the only ones. Actually, no, they were the only ones to choose this detour. And I don't know how they made it across without cracking the eggs. I was really concerned. Despite them getting U-turned and getting lost, they still ended up coming in fourth place. They made it by the skin of their teeth. Christy and Colin came in first place. They have actually, to my surprise, throughout this entire season have been working very, very well together. I know I bring this up a lot, but for those of you that are super fans of the show, you know that Colin has done a complete transformation in terms of his anger management and him just keeping it together. He's done a really great job. And there have been some times during this season where they have struggled, they have gotten lost, they've missed flights. I mean, they've been through a lot, and he's really been able to keep his cool and keep it together. So I'm impressed. And they have completely shifted my opinion in terms of who I think is going to win this game. I'll talk about predictions later, but I'm just really amazed and impressed at them. They are boat experts. Anything having to do with water, they nail it. And I'm really impressed with them. I would like to hear what you guys think about Christy and Colin and how far they're going to go. Do you think they have a shot at winning? What do you think? At the end of this episode, they each won $7,500, which was amazing. So they get to take home a little pocket change regardless of what happens. But I really did enjoy watching them work together, and I think they have a really solid dynamic. And I think they've really been slipping through the cracks as far as being considered a threat in this game. I am honestly not sure why more people don't consider them a threat in this game. I mean, not only have they played this game before, but they've been doing very well, and they haven't been coming even close to last place in the last few episodes. So I'm really impressed, and I think that they are a force to be reckoned with. Leo and Jamal, they came in close to last place on the last 3 to 4 episodes, but this time, despite getting lost, they actually came in 3rd place. So I'm judging by the tweets and everything I'm seeing on social media from you guys and the live chat. I know a lot of you guys are not fans of Leo and Jamal. I personally am kind of on the fence with them. I think that they have a lot to offer this game. They learn languages quickly. They're pretty decent navigators, but the last 3 to 4 episodes, they did struggle. So it was interesting to watch their energy, when they're in the end, when they're in the bottom versus when they're in the top. It's easy to be cocky when you're in the top. So of course, they got 3rd place this time. They did U-turn Victor and Nicole. Happy birthday, Nicole. It was Nicole's birthday and she still got U-turned. Nobody cared. All right. So when Leo and Jamal got lost in the canal and then their boat broke down, did anybody else think that it was it for them? I want to know. Please leave a comment, DM, send me something, because I know I'm not the only person that thought that was it for them. I'm not quite sure how they got the boat back up and running, but they did, and they actually made it to 3rd place. So I guess it was not their time to go home. So as a general recap, you guys, those tandem bikes were not as easy as they looked. I've never been on a tandem bike before, but I can imagine that it's somewhat difficult to coordinate with your partner. I don't know if they're designed differently in Amsterdam than they are here, but it was a struggle for every team involved. And in the beginning, all of the teams were somewhat neck and neck, so it was anyone's game. But at the end, unfortunately, one of my favorite teams, Team Fun, did have to go home, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Now, there are no more non-elimination rounds, you guys, so that's over. You can get that out of your minds. These double U-turns, though, they are unpredictable, and to be honest with you, I thought that Victor and Nicole had forgotten about this. I thought that Leo and Jamal had forgotten about Victor and Nicole and the fact that they U-turned them. Well, actually, they didn't even get the opportunity to U-turn them. They just simply brought it up. So I don't know if Leo and Jamal's choice to get quote unquote revenge on them was validated. I'd like to know what you think about that as well. But before we move on, I actually have a lovely gift for you guys, and I know you're so excited to hear what it is. My gift is the gift of gratitude, and I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in every week, for watching, for commenting, for being a part of the live chat. If you're on YouTube right now, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You might as well, especially if you're here with me every week anyway, you might as well go ahead and subscribe. And if you're on iTunes, please leave us a 5-star rating. And most importantly, you guys, if you have friends who are into these kinds of shows, or even if they're not, and you want to spend more time with them, but you're so busy watching us, you might as well invite them to like and subscribe and follow and watch as well. You guys supporting us has meant so much to me, and I really have loved being a part of AfterBuzz. And in order for us to keep doing this, we need your support. So go ahead and click those buttons. It's not hard, I promise. It only takes 2 seconds of your time. Moving forward with my predictions, I want to hear yours too, but we're going to start with mine, of course. My predictions are that Christy and Colin might just win the $1 million. I would like to know what you think. I would have never thought in the beginning of this season that I would say that, because I totally expected Colin to be a complete hothead and lose his cool about halfway through the season, but he's proved me wrong. I stand corrected. I honestly thought that Leo and Jamal were going to win this competition. I thought they were going to win the $1 million, and I thought it was going to be a breeze for them. And who knows? That could still be the case, but my money is on Christy and Colin. Now, as far as who I think is going to get eliminated in the next episode, I hate to say this, especially because your birthday just passed, Nicole, but Victor and Nicole, you guys have been cutting it close and you've been having me on the edge of my seat. So I'm going to have to say that although I like you, I personally think that if you don't pull it together and if you guys don't get a little more focused, you're at risk for being eliminated in the next episode. Now, let's be honest. This show is extremely unpredictable and can change at the drop of a dime. But those are my predictions, and I would definitely like to hear yours. As far as our news and gossip is concerned, Nicole, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Nicole. I hope you had a great time. I'm sure all of us wish that we could have spent our birthdays running around, racing around the world for $1 million, but hey, you were the one that got the privilege, so happy birthday to you. You did get U-turned on your birthday. I'm sure that had to be kind of a slap in the face. But hey, you did not get eliminated, so congratulations. Unfortunately, Becca and Floyd did get sent home, and I feel so bad for Becca because that small crack in the egg, I think, cost them the game. I would love to get your feedback and your thoughts on that. Do you think that had the egg not been cracked, that Becca and Floyd could have possibly done better in this competition and maybe landed a second or third place slot? At the end of the day, they did get sent home, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I got super emotional when they got sent home. I literally was about to cry. I've never felt like that watching a team go home, but hey, that was how attached I became to this cast and to Becca and Floyd. I love them so much, and I was really sad to see them go. I would love to get your feedback and to hear what your reaction was to them going home. These episodes are getting shorter and shorter, and I'm like, wow, my episodes are getting shorter and shorter because these episodes are getting shorter and shorter. But please, 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 I actually do read your comments and the DMs that you guys send and the tweets and everything. So I really would love to get your feedback, and I would love to communicate with you and vibe with you because you make the show just as much as I do. Thank you guys again for watching another episode of The Amazing Race on AfterBuzz. I am your host, Tiffany Toney. You can find me on Instagram and all social media platforms at Tiffany, like the jewelry store, _ Toney, like the boxer, _ Have a great night, and I'll see you next time. Buzz you later.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.